Okay, so the last video I want to record before I lose Blackboard for the evening in a few hours is going to be on the discussion board. And so I'll do that, and then if you have any other questions once you see these, just get me an email. I won't be able to use Blackboard for until tomorrow night, and then actually Sunday morning we're going out of town to Wisconsin, and we're driving on Sunday all day, so I won't be able to answer any. I won't be able to go in and look at Blackboard. And on Sunday, Connect is going to be down, I believe. It's Sunday. So I can't help you with any Connect stuff, but you don't need to worry about it because the class doesn't officially start till Monday. Monday, we'll be halfway to Wisconsin, and I'll have another halfway to go. So again, I can get your emails if you have questions, but I won't be able to help you out. I won't be able to get into Blackboard or get into Connect very easily with my iPhone. It just doesn't work that well. So what I'll do is, as soon as I get in to Wisconsin on Monday evening, I'll go in and take care of anything that if you need help with something that involves Blackboard or whatever, then I'll take care of it at that time. But I hope on the first day you really don't even need to be doing anything but reading, and if you want to get started on the homework, you could do that. The test won't be available to you. The other thing you could do starting early in the week is kind of the last part, what this video will be about, and that's the discussion board. And the discussion board is what you're using for participation. And as I mentioned before, it's 25% of your grade, just like your homework is 25% of your grade. And this is another place where, if you are serious about this and show that you're thinking about what you're seeing and you're thinking about what you're reading and integrating this information, you can do well with the discussion board, and then you can get a really great grade for your participation. So that participation in homework is 50% of your grade. So how you do this, there are two ways. You can either just click on discussion board, and you'll see what I've posted. I mentioned this before. Oh, I'm in the wrong class. Every video I have to give you something that I mess up. That's just kind of me, and that's me whether I'm online or in the class. So yeah, I just don't believe in trying to polish this. Just do what I'm doing. Okay, so I have our course, not my first year seminar, and so you can either go into the discussion board like this. I mentioned before that first one is you can look at how to do the discussion, how to attach things. There's a little bit of a trick with attaching things, which I'll show you. And then I've created these other forms that you can use or not, just for some extra discussion. And then what you see each week. Like for instance, for this first week, you are going to be watching a video called The Storm. All the videos are PBS videos. They're great because you can access them. They're free. They deal with politics. They do have like little commercial breaks in them that are annoying, but it's not like full long-length commercials. It's kind of funny because PBS is public broadcasting and it's not commercial, and yet, for us to be able to get the free videos, they put the little ads in. So for each week, it's always the same. You watch the video, and then you have to answer some questions, and then you also have to respond to posts from 2 of your classmates. And you have until Sunday night of each week at 11:59 p.m. to do this discussion stuff on the discussion board. So that means you have to watch the movie, and you have to go in and do this work by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So this may be something you want to start earlier in the week too. Like, so first thing on Monday when you get started, you could read, or you could watch the video. It might make sense to read a little bit before you watch the video, but it's not necessarily important. So each time you're going to be asked, how did the video, whatever it is, help to illustrate or flesh out or have you further understand something that you learned about in the readings for the week. So you need to kind of look and think about what you were watching in the video and how it connected to something that you read about or did homework on. And you want to discuss that. And then what is the basic argument, and I call it an argument for lack of a better word, that the filmmakers put forth. I mean, they're all documentaries, and so as documentaries, there's a point of view. The author or the producer who's doing the documentary is giving you a perspective, and you may agree with it or you may not, but you want to think about it kind of as an argument. That's why I use that word. And then you need to express what that is, and you need to discuss whether you've agreed with it or you didn't agree with it, or you aren't sure how you felt about it, or if you agreed with some or not some. But you want to explain why you didn't find yourself agreeing with what you were seeing in the video. And again, bringing in anything from your reading is great. And then the final part of this discussion response that you post is you need to go out and find a related news article, or it doesn't have to be a news article, be a video clip or something that is connected to, and this is all explained in the syllabus, but that's connected to this particular video, the events in the video, not the video itself. So for instance, the first video is about Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, and it's what you're doing with this video is you're going to be learning about the roles of the various levels of government. And so one of the things you can do is just go into, one thing I'd suggest if you're in Google. Why am I in Bing? I don't want to be in Bing right now. I want to be in Google. So if I just do Google News, it usually works. I'll just do it like this, Google News, and then I type in Hurricane Katrina. And the thing is, you're looking for something, whether it's a Stephen Colbert clip or a newspaper article, or online I should say, or a video clip, something that's relatively, I would say, try to get something in the last year that's come out, or maybe 2 years, about the topic of the video. So, here you find a Wikipedia entry about it, and here's a book review. That's not what we're talking about. We want it to be political. So here's something about someone who wasn't getting a lot of attention after Hurricane Katrina, and now he's just been indicted on stalking. This is not my preference, because it's not overtly that I can see political, although if I read more into the article I might find something about it. But here's something that came out just a couple days ago. Hurricane recovery gave New Orleans reason to band together. That might be something. Here's another one. Look right here. I gave this example on the document that I wrote. Border Sheriff Lakin's influx of illegal immigrants to Hurricane Katrina. So he's really just saying, he's using Hurricane Katrina, not to talk about Hurricane Katrina, it sounds like, but to talk about, like, there's so many illegal immigrants coming in, it's like a hurricane. So that might be something. And some of these, if the video is a little bit older, like this one, may be a little bit more difficult, but you'll find some stuff here that's more recent that is connected to Hurricane Katrina. And then what you do with that, and again, this happens for every video. So Lost in Detention deals with immigration, illegal immigration. You'll certainly be able to Google News illegal immigration and get all kinds of stuff. That won't be hard at all. This particular one is about sending troops into Iraq. So while you can put in Iraq War or sending troops into Iraq as your search engine, there's been so much about Iraq right now in the news that you'll have no problem finding anything. So, if you have a hard time figuring out, well, what exactly, is this about, let me know. But I think you'll be able to always figure it out once you've watched the video. And so you try to find this related news article or whatever it is that you find, and then you want to summarize it and explain why you selected it. And again, you can go to the syllabus for this. So, if it's the only thing you could find, great. Or if you picked it because it dealt with a particular issue that you're interested in, great. Or because it contradicted something you saw in the video, that's fine too. This is something you're going to be doing again and again and again. So I expect, and I give you a word count, about 250 words. This is not a one-line answer or anything like that. But if you haven't done discussion board before, let me just show you how to do it and make sure I'm in the student view. What you want to do, and I'm just going to do it up here instead of down here, is click on the words, what it is, these are called forms, each of these. I think this is what I want to do. Click on the form, and then you want to create a thread. And you name it something, whether it's, Michelle's post to the reaction to the storm, right, something like that, whatever. And may help to put your name in it. And then I'm going to say, well, I thought blah, 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 blah. All right, and so when you're done with your post, your response, then you would click submit. Or if you want to be able to come back to it, you can click a draft and edit it. You should have the ability to edit it. If you post it and you find mistakes, you should be able to go in and edit it anyway. But let's say now I have to go out and get my article or my link. So this is how you do that, and it's a little bit of a pain, not as simply as just copying and pasting a link. You do have to get your link. So I'm going to open this one up and copy and paste that. And then you have that. You have to copy it then and then paste it here. So I'll just go. Okay, didn't I actually get it? Here we go. Paste. It's been really slow. That's long. Hopefully it's not too long. But it's not done. You can't just hit submit. What you have to do now is copy. Well, actually, you've already copied it, so you just have to highlight it. And then you click on this little world. And that's going to open this up. And then I always erase the HTTP because it always comes with HTTP and you don't want to have that twice. I just paste in what I had put into the dialog box here, and then you go submit. So now you'll see that this is hyperlinked and it'll work. When I submit it, let's see if it does. Hopefully the link isn't too long. You have that problem sometimes. I go in, anybody can go in and look at what actually your name is right there, so you may not want to put your name in the title. Here's what I wrote, and here's the link. Fingers crossed, it opens. Okay, so that's something to think about when you're pulling in anything. You can upload a file from your computer, a document you wrote. You can upload a link, whatever it is, that's what you need to do. In fact, if you wanted to upload a file, for some reason, say you have something that you scanned and then you saved it, instead of using the hyperlink, you have to go back and you have to, I'll just show you by replying to this instead of going back. And you have to do the attached file. I'm sure you're familiar with that, and you'll find whatever it is that you want to browse and find it and submit. So I'll just go back out of here. I'll eventually delete that. But as you can see, if you want to rate, I thought I had not left this in. I don't know if it matters or not. If you want to rate these things that you're writing, you can, but you don't have to. Now, besides writing your initial response, your post, you need to comment on at least 2 other students' posts. And by comment, as I wrote in the syllabus, I think it doesn't mean wow, really good, or I agree with you. That means like a thoughtful reaction or response to what your classmate wrote. Maybe you disagree with the student, so you want to say why it is you disagree with the student. Maybe you think that the classmate misunderstood something, so you want to say why you think that's the case. Maybe you agree and you want to say, kind of develop that a little bit. It's a thoughtful response to the classmate that you decide to respond to, and try to mix it up and respond to different people every week, instead of always kind of responding to the same people. And the thing that's a little bit tricky here is just that because these aren't due until Sunday night at 11:59, if you wait till the last minute, then if everybody waits the last minute, it's going to be very hard for you to comment on other people's posts. So what may happen is some of you are going to be early posters, and then the early posters will respond to each other, and some of you will respond maybe later. Those of you who respond at the end, nobody's going to be able to comment on you if they're trying to get things in time. You can, of course, post late, but if you post late, one of the parts of the rubric is, you'll get less credit for being timely. So you can take a look at that rubric when you have a chance, in the discussion board and see what it looks like. All right, so if you have any questions about the discussion board, let me know. I will show you the other thing here. Not only can you go to the discussion board, as I did, but you can go, everything is in course topics, and that's where the videos are too. So let's pick this one again. And here you can click on this for the discussion board. It's the same as out there, but it's just directly in here to remind you. And also the video will always be in here above the discussion board. Unfortunately, PBS has changed it, so I can't just embed the video and you can click on it like it used to. You have to click. I put it in the URL, and then you'll get this. They may ask you to give you their zip code, your zip code. I don't think you have to do that. And then you click on the video. All right, you don't have to pay for it or anything like that. Again, expect for some of these are like an hour, and a couple are longer, hour and a half or so. One of them I know gives you different segments, so you have to make sure you go through the whole thing. That's the one called Buying the War. So, but I think that's it. And am I forgetting anything? I want to look at all my notes, make sure I'm not forgetting it. Anything? The discussion board, again, it may take you doing one and me giving you some feedback to kind of get a sense of kind of what I'm expecting for this, but if you do well on these, you can get a relatively easy A on your discussion participation, and if you do the same with the homework, that's great. That just leaves the quizzes. What I will say too, though, just to restate, to emphasize, demonstrate that you're reading the book, demonstrate that you're watching the video, right? So that means you're going to have to bring in information from the book and from the video, and not just kind of, the idea isn't just to kind of like watch the first few minutes or read a summary and then use that. You really need to watch it. So I'm going to stop right now, and then I'm going to create one more video for tonight, not using Blackboard, and that'll be it. All right. I think I'll get this down. Bye.